Good morning, day 49, May 19th. We are just leaving the Ensign something shelter, I don't know. I think it's the last one in Maryland going NOBO. It is about 7:30, I guess, or maybe a little later. We started out at 7:20 this morning, got up early, got going. Beautiful little view this morning. We just came out of the woods there. Keep going. Ooh, a little house tucked in there. Very cool. Today's supposed to be high of around 68, mostly cloudy, so that should be nice. We got to go 14.8 miles. 14.8. No, tomorrow's 13 miles. 14.8, but you know, it's hard to tell with the terrain how far we're going to go, because last night there was some really rocky sections, like the ankle-breaking rocky sections. And we are entering Pennsylvania today, so that will be state number Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania. So that'll be 4 states. So we completed the 4-state challenge in about 7 weeks. So I think that's pretty good. What else? Is there anything else to report? Last night wasn't too cold, but cool enough that we were a smidge uncomfortable because we weren't expecting it to be so cold. So middle of the night we had to get up and put jackets on and stuff like that. But all in all, not too bad. We need to get, we're having to put more miles in because we've got to get to where our food was sent in Fayetteville, Pennsylvania. But it's getting more challenging in a sense for the resupply, because, well, not more challenging, it's getting different because really I think it's better if I have her send a box ahead, and then I will take that food into account and maybe do a little bit of resupply along the way, since there's more towns and stuff along the way, rather than trying to get to a box at a specific time like we had to do when we were in Virginia. In Virginia, you didn't pass through towns. There was no place to resupply along the way. So a little bit of a different logistical challenge for resupplying now. Not necessarily harder, just different. I need to change my tactic. Specifically so that we're not having to like do the miles regardless. Like last night was a good example. We had to do the 15.8 miles, and even though we got to a really rocky spot that slowed us down a lot, we have, felt like we had to keep going because we had to get to where our box was. And then I'm realizing, we could have slowed down and maybe just gone to the tent site instead, and that was a couple miles before the shelter, and then just get our box maybe the next day and just pick up some food along the way somewhere. Since, as an example, the shelter we were just at, I was told this morning that there's a pizza place that delivers there. That's not ideal, but it's food. So yeah, it's just a little bit different. It's interesting now being NOBO because there's people in the shelter that we've met before. We're just meeting tons of people. Somebody that we met at Stanimals when we were in Waynesboro. Another person from the shelter where we met Girl Scout. All we need to do is meet Indiana, and then we'll see everybody we saw at the shelter that night, which is very possible. Everyone's got the same, we're at about that pace with those people. So it's interesting. And then, I know Tyler was there at the same site. Geisha Girl is somebody that we didn't meet before, but somebody that's about on pace with us. Camden saw her ahead. So it's weird for us to see people again. We don't usually have that experience. But it's nice at the same time. It's kind of cool to have people that we have met before and people that we know a little bit about on trail. Example of some good trail maintenance. But these are here for, well, back there for when it was wet, but here just because it's hard to get through, I guess, with them there. But we're getting a little spoiled with this trail. With so much water and food available and such groomed trail. Well, as long as we know we're spoiled and don't come to expect it, I think that's okay. We'll just appreciate it. It's not being spoiled, it's just having something to really appreciate. Add another example of being spoiled. Stuff like this for a while, it's just mowed and clear, but we'll be back in there again. Seen any water flowing like this since Virginia. Very pretty. Just want to sit and enjoy it. Alright, let's go. Hopefully one of our stops will have a nice thing like this that we can just sit next to. Wow. Alright, on the road. Look at this absolute field of, well, there was some back on both sides, but look at all these ferns. It's just absolutely covered in, it looks way more green on this camera though. It's enhancing the image. It's green, it's beautiful, but it looks way more vibrant on here. Shelter's coming up nearby. I see the sign right there, guys. I see the sign for the shelter. We're gonna have second breakfast. Some coffee too, maybe. Camden suggested I record because we haven't recorded for a while. We haven't recorded for a while because it's been like this for hours. And this is not Rocksylvania, this is Maryland. So this is what we've been walking on for hours. And yeah. That's where we just came from. I'm dubbing this right here teaser trail because you see it and then you think, please, please, for the love of God, let that be done. And then you walk on this for a little while and then it turns into that again. So we'll see. And here we are, back again. Not quite the full-on boulder scramble, but just, why even make trail like that? Just throw rocks on it so we don't get a false hope. Just go up there and drop rocks all over that trail. Just make it consistent. There's a whole park and everything over here. I doubt it now. It's just but that's cool. And then I'm not sure what that's overlooking, but scenic outlook. There's bathrooms, so I see bathrooms. There's a table there, but it's in the sun. All right, let's go this way. Alright, so we just finished up here, Pinmar State Park Shelter, a pavilion with an outlet. Voyager was nice enough to let me know that there was an outlet so we could charge our phones and batteries back up to 100%, which is awesome. With Kaylee being due, I am constantly checking my phone and leaving it on longer than I normally would. I worry about it dying. But we're good to go. So getting very spoiled with all of these. There was a bathroom with running water, and a toilet, and toilet paper, and warm water, and a playground with a zip line.
Yes. Can we go to the park with a zip line?
At some point, probably, but it's not going to be that one. I doubt, anyway. But anyway, I guess we're apparently 0.2 from the Pennsylvania state line. Not that I am thrilled about the idea of entering Pennsylvania.
Everybody's saying
Rocksylvania is what it's called. And so we're quite frankly dreading Rocksylvania. I'm kind of hoping that it just won't be as bad as they say. I mean, we didn't get... What? Dude! I wanted a Coke so bad. Oh, they put him down there. Oh, thank goodness. That's the people who left.
What's this?
Sweet. Whoever left that Coke there by that thing is probably the person who was providing it earlier, is my freaking hero, because I was so disappointed that there was no trail magic and I wanted a Coke so bad. I thought maybe there'd be a vending machine. Gigi! Gigi! She can't hear me. Too windy. Well, I didn't want to bring it if she didn't want it. I could have took it back, I suppose. Gigi? Hold on. All right, so we are apparently approaching the Pennsylvania line, Mason-Dixon line. I guess we'll be officially in the north in about 0.1 or so, somewhere. Oh, welcome to Pennsylvania. I see the sign there. So crossed over the railroad tracks, goes from there to here. Took a Coke back up to our new friend Gigi, Geisha girl, and she was thrilled. Like me, she didn't dare drink the beer though, because it was four Cokes and a beer. I drank some beer at the first Trail Magic we had and drank half of the beer and regretted it because I didn't like feeling off balance at obviously hiking with kids. So I won't do that again. Though it's super tempting. Oh, here we go. Mason-Dixon line of Maryland and Pennsylvania. Not sure what that's about. What's that about? Open that? What is that? You are beautiful. Oh, that's cool. All right, close it up.
What is it?
Don't know. It's a book. Probably a log book. I don't know. I don't do log books. Germs. That's not why. That's not why, but they always say that log books just have like so many germs. I just don't do log books because what am I going to put in a log book? I was here. Kind of like, so what? North this way. No, this goes nowhere, Camden. We're going this way.
Who made that?
But I was so disappointed about, not getting Trail Magic. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but somebody had told us there was Trail Magic. You were walking on Old Trolley Line just in back Jim's popcorn stand, ice cream, hot dog, cold sandwiches. Besides Jim was trolley station, also Penmar post office. This was in the early 1900s. Cool. But anyways, we were so disappointed that there was no Trail Magic, which we knew there wouldn't be. I mean, they said the Trail Magic was there at like 9 a.m. and it wasn't until like 1 when we got there. But I was like, man, I wanted a Coke so bad. I was wishing there was a vending machine even. Yeah, and then Kenzie, with her spotting everything, little eyes, spotted those sodas sitting there. That smart person who not only was generous enough to provide the Trail Magic in the first place, but was smart enough to know that we would spot it walking down the trail and that we would want it. That is so freaking kind. Another bridge. I always like to record the bridges. Partly because I like the bridge. Partly because I like the water. It's just nothing like the sound of flowing water. And this is a nice bridge. It's better than rock hopping, huh? Yeah. Yay. There it is. Oh yeah, well the privy's there. It is a double shelter. I think they say, sometimes they say one for snorers and one for non-snorers. But we gotta find the tent sites.
There's the privy.
Privy easy.
Right here.
Oh.
There.
Okay.
There's one right there, some more there.